What's up, fellow traders? Coming at you intraday. Been a long time since I've had a day to kick back, watch the market. We got some interesting things happening here, just like one of our fellow traders pointed out. A lot of people don't know, end of October, a lot of these mutual funds and institutions, this is the end of their fiscal year. That's why a lot of the crashes happen in October, because that's when they clear everything out, clear out all their losers. And then that's when rallies begin too. November 1st through the holiday, we get that so-called Santa Claus rally. So we got to watch out here, ending this week, starting next week. If this sell-off continues through Friday, I'll let you know, but I might clear the board going into next week just to see which way it goes. Things have worked out okay for me this week, and I definitely don't want to get caught into this next burst going into the holiday season. I'm definitely not a believer, wouldn't buy nothing long, but I might ride out this weekend and the start of next week. We'll see how things look with the volume going into Friday, and if things continue as they are unfolding right now. Check this out. I'm just going to show you a couple things, but this is the UUP, the dollar, where back at the beginning of October, they were calling a bottom, and then we continued lower, and they start talking smack about these guys. They're early. Look what happened when we finally bottomed. Look at this volume surge. Look at the volume through the last 6 months, and then look at the surge right here. We're definitely going up to the 50-day on the dollar, which is gonna pressure the market. This is a good sign. Okay, everything's coming into play basically. I'm gonna bring up my jazz here. A lot of this is going on right now. Okay, see how jazz came down to the 50, dinked it yesterday, opened it, and it's like a confirmed breakthrough now on jazz. A lot of stocks are playing out like that, where they're not bouncing off their 50 this time like we did here. Okay, I'm going to pull up the XLF, because that's kind of like, the inverse to my FAS, and same thing, hit the 50, dinked it yesterday, second day falling. You pull up a lot of your watch list, you'll see this is what's happening. This is what we want to see. Again, I'm still going to be cautious going into next week. I'm going to pull up the riffin now. Look at the riffin right here. Same thing, 50-day, didn't hold. We're following through with a sell-off once we hit it. Seems to be the pattern. The big dogs like FCX, you'll see they're falling hard to the 50-day right now. They haven't quite reached it, our leaders, but they're bringing them down. And if they hit that by Friday, that might be our reversal point too. We really got to watch the volume. They're really playing with you. Remember what they do right now. Those of us looking for the sell-off, it just ain't gonna come. They gotta make the buy on the dip. People think buy on the dip. They gotta make it like that. That's how we get a true market. That's how they suck in as many people as they can too. They give them that hope. I've been there on that side. Got in early. We're definitely seeing some weakness. I just went through a lot of things I like to look at right there, but could be the fiscal year sell-off also. Good luck.